So, the report for Thursday. Thursday was mainly all about semi-final 2. Now,
I loved Thursday. Thursday was great.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd mention that.
Thursday was grand. We started out by going down to the Folk Cafe. I got water, strawberry flavoured water, but actually, because I can't read Swedish, what it was fizzy, horrible soda water
fizzy
stuff.
mank with ever so slightest hint of strawberry.
No, you could hardly get that. It was just mainly a burst of horrible soda water type fizz.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really get the strawberry flavour. I threw it away after 3 sips. It's disgusting.
What?
Yeah. It was disgusting. Anyway, we went down to the Europan Cafe then and sat under a cherry blossom tree. And it was very, very nice. Oh yeah, they played We Are Still Kids, did a sound check, and Moldova did a sound check as well.
Best song in the Melody Festival selection. It didn't get into the final. That was one of the reasons why I was like, We Are Still Kids didn't get in, and then we got to see it in the park just there. We were behind a little hut about to take a phone call. Then we heard this familiar saxophone. We're like, is that We're Still Kids? We ran down and saw the sound check.
And Chloe had to do an interview on the radio yesterday.
It was cool. It was kind of surreal.
Yeah, so that was cool as well. We headed back and had a kind of leisurely sort of day, and then out very early to the arena skulking around for tickets.
Yeah, it just, it's like, where to even begin to look like, where to go, who to stalk. There's no one selling tickets, nobody obviously selling tickets. People were just, faffing around, partying, because there was a great atmosphere there. They had a DJ playing Eurovision songs, and actually not being shit, for a change.
And they had a mad woman there trying to rile up the crowd with a megaphone.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
That's cool as well.
It worked though,
Yeah.
Oh, they're nice, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Sure, I told you.
I always reject those little red bits of dried out gross fruit and cereal. Maybe not anymore.
Yeah, they're good. So I went to the tickets office. They said there would be no tickets returned, and just it was very bleak looking.
There's no tickets.
Yeah. And so semi-final 2, some atmosphere.
Brief complaint first.
Go.
I was going in, okay? Now we were going straight from the semi to the nightclub afterwards, so obviously I brought my
Clodagh had emergency food with her.
I obviously brought my emergency food.
So she wouldn't die of starvation during the night out.
Which was well, in fairness, I'm going from 6 until like 4 AM without food. So, I need emergency food. It's not being unreasonable. Anyway, so I brought a banana and 2 pears with me. And I had emergency food with me on Tuesday night, and they just like fucking put my bag through the scanner and said, oh, you're grand, and I had my bottle of water. This time they searched my bag. And they threw out all my fruit. Oh, it killed me. And made me empty out my water. They let me keep the bottle because I took it from the apartment. It was Johanna's. So I was like, no, you can't throw out this bottle. So I kept the bottle. So because I wanted to keep the bottle, I had to put my bag in the cloakroom. So that was just a little bit of grrr at the start of the semi. But the reason is, this is very interesting. They're stepping up security as the week goes on. And I was like, that's a bit weird, because surely, it's all a big event, so you want the same security on Tuesday as you have on Saturday. But yeah, like they're stepping up the security, so on Saturday it's going to be insane. I'm not going to be bringing any emergency food with me. And the reason is, there's a bomb scare. A very, very real and serious bomb scare. Will I go into it?
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
Tell me it's semi 2.
Okay, it's basically a very, really interesting series.
We'll get there. Tell me it's semi 2.
Okay, so semi 2 was brilliant, actually, even though it was a shit semi. There was just a really good atmosphere. The atmosphere actually did top Melody Festival this time. It was like, wow. I enjoyed everything. I'm mental for Here We Go. I started dancing like crazy. And I even enjoyed the shit songs. But again, the crowd did get bored.
During Armenia and such like.
Yeah, not as early as last time. They lasted a bit longer, then they whittled away a little bit. But it was great. And then they did oh my god, the interval act was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Proper. Not this pretentious shit like they had on Tuesday or in every other Eurovision. Proper pop music of this is what we have now to offer you, Europe. We have big artists and go now. They're great. And it was excellent. It was excellent. And I knew all the songs. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
I never would have thought I would have seen those live. Oh, I was so happy.
Yeah, Darren was great.
He was. And then the voting happened, or the envelopes. that made me quite moody, I have to say. We said
we for our part and to our shame, we were part of the boo for Armenia.
We were part of the boo, and we even videoed it to prove it.
Yeah.
Look, right, I know when you're watching the Eurovision and people boo, you're like, ah, lads, that's not on, like, you know. Or else you're like, yeah, fucking boo. But yesterday, when they said Armenia, it was such a shock. I was so sure that shit wasn't going through to the final, and it was so unfair that just this boo just happened. It just like puked out of me. I couldn't help myself. I was a bit ashamed after, especially when people were complaining about it. I was like, yeah, people booed, not me. I booed. I'm proud I booed. Boo Armenia. Armenia, you should not be in the final. You had a shit song, and the only reason you're in the final is because you have a huge fucking diaspora all over Europe. Now, I said it. It's true.
Just
No.
anyhow, after semi-final 2, we were obsessively stalking people who had Macedonian flags, Swiss flags, or basically any country that got fucked out.
It was a bit shameful, really. It was so awkward because we knew our ulterior motive, and we're not good at that kind of, you know.
Yeah, give us your tickets. Yeah, you don't want to go to the final. You just couldn't even get through.
You're down. Let's kick you by trying to, you know, vulture your final tickets off you. So it was really awkward.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
we only really talked around 3 people in the end.
Yeah. What ended up happening is we talked to people, and then what we did was we put them on a mission to get us tickets as well. You know, kind of. We told them our kind of plight, and it was like, well, if you know anyone, here's our Facebook page, blah 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 blah. So that was kind of cool. Then we went to McDonald's.
McDonald's, and John was there. John from Mayo was there.
He's everywhere.
Yeah. And some a Turk and Azerbaijan fella, and where's your fella from? Got into an X-ray conversation with him.
Yeah.
That was a bit.
Dickheads.
Yeah.
Then after that we went to we
went to the Euroclub again for the laugh.
Yeah, we decided, look, you know what? This is tiresome, and we don't even know how to begin to chat people up to get their tickets out of them, and we don't know who to talk to. So fuck this. Let's just go off, and we'll, you know, check places in the morning. We'll go to ticket office again. Cause some little volunteer who works for the Eurovision, we happened to talk to him, and he said there are tickets available. He said tickets for the high seats have become available, and they're in the ticket office. They told me, so we were going to go down today and get some. So that was that. We were like, let's just go to the club. So the Euroclub was interesting. It was different last night. It was cool though. It was one of those.
The Euroclub we got refused from.
Oh yeah. It's our kind of tradition in Sweden. Is we go
after the semi.
Then we go to the Euroclub.
You have to go to your club and get refused. That's the rules.
Important. He could have put us on the guest list.
He could
anyway, we were trying to say we're nice, we're Irish, we'll bring the party, and you know, but he was like, no, for security reasons, they couldn't put us on the guest list. But you know,
I told him I wasn't going to bomb the place. I left my bomb at home as well.
That's funny. In light of what we know now, that's very funny.
Yeah, the Euro Cafe was a bit of a revelation. We at first were chilling out and just looking up Eurovision gossip on Facebook. While sitting down, listening to music. Free Wi-Fi in the Euro Cafe. Then we went out just exploring and ran into this fella from
a French Moroccan who's living in Sweden.
Yeah.
And he was telling us all about the dark underbelly of Copenhagen and Malmo.
Yeah, Copenhagen and Malmo is very much mafia rules.
Oh fuck yeah. Like really, it's like scary shit. It's interesting, it's like film. So
that the mafia basically want a cut of everything that's going on.
Everything that's going
on. And the likelihood is they want a cut of the Eurovision, and because they're not getting it, there's a
very real and serious bomb threat. That's why the security is so absolutely insane. So yeah, we might get blown up on Saturday, but hey, we'll see the Eurovision, so you know.
Yeah. But
so it kind of adds an element of excitement to it. So much so, right?